Hello folks, welcome once again to another commentary for League of Legends, this one featuring Singed. My name is Sullla and I'm welcome to be back from vacation, glad to be back. I have done a whole bunch of videos for the Button Mashers channel, but I have not put one up on my own channel since I got back, so welcome back, glad to be back. Anyway, in terms of this matchup, this is a custom game that I played a couple days ago, earlier this week. You may have seen it on stream, but I don't think too many people had a chance to see this game, so I'm going to do a cast for it as well and put it up on the YouTube channel. I am playing as Singed. I'm playing alongside Varus Nox, who's playing as Fiddlesticks, Vendor, who's playing as Janna, K-Hop, who's playing as Wukong, and SS Magus, who's playing as Malzahar. We are matched up against more people who watch this channel, YouTube people. Aldaris playing as Warwick, Johnny Boy playing as Master Yi, Taro 730 playing as Soraka, Drifty Rope playing as Ashe, and Its Color who's playing as Malzahar. So there we go, we should be just about ready to get this match started. I'll keep an eye on the item screen here as I expect clairvoyances to be coming in on both sides so you can see what each person ends up buying. Although it looks like Vendor is a little more interested in talking about the new Janna skin than buying his items. So yep, there it is. In case you haven't seen it, there's the new Janna skin. Since this is the League of Legends replay client, I can rotate the screen so you can see different angles, zoom way in, that sort of thing. So there you go. My one comment that I've said a couple times on stream is Janna seems to be a little bit more blonde now than she was before, for whatever that's worth. So anyway, there are our starting items. It looks like we did not get clairvoyance on the enemy team to get what their items were, but that's okay. We'll have a chance to see them soon enough. Now, as far as this game goes, in terms of looking at laning matchups, I'm going to be focusing more on Singed in this game, not so much trying to go around the map and get every single kill per se, like I do in tournament games. I'm going to talk more about Singed. I did do one video on him before. Really, his gameplay hasn't changed, but just wanted to focus on this game. There were some interesting things that took place in this game. It was a significant game for reasons that will become apparent at the end of it, so just keep watching. You'll probably be able to figure out what's going on as we go through. Singed, a very tanky champion. He's great at sitting up in top lane. Oftentimes you'll take a teleport on Singed and have him in top lane. Then he can teleport into fights down elsewhere on the map. For instance, he'll be up here in top lane. Dragon fight breaks out. Teleport to a ward down here. And suddenly you're down with the rest of the team. I did not take a teleport in this game because Magus already had a teleport on Malzahar. And I figured that having one teleport was enough for our team and that we didn't need two of them. Anyway, so in terms of the laning matchups, I am going to be going into top lane. We are going to have Magus going into middle lane. Magus has taken teleport. He's going to be up against Its Color's Malzahar. Its Color has Ignite, so I figured that Its Color had the advantage in that matchup, although it'll come down to how they play the characters. Varus is going to be jungling with Fiddlesticks, so we're going to help him get started here. I'm going to pick up the Golem and fling it there, and then head up to top lane. So Varus is going to be jungling Fiddlesticks. I love this Fiddlestick skin, by the way. It was a temporary Halloween one, I believe. So he's going to be jungling. Down in bottom lane, we're going to have a somewhat unorthodox Wukong Janna lane, but one that could work out pretty well. I have no idea if Meki Pendant's a good starting item on Wukong or not, because he's relatively new. Meanwhile, on the other team down here in bottom lane, Drifty Rope playing as Ashe and Taro playing as Soraka, going to be the other counterparts there. As I said, Its Color's Malzahar going to be in mid, and Johnny Boy is going to be the person I matched up against here in top lane. Johnny Boy playing as Master Yi. And notice this, going to be playing as an AP Master Yi, judging by the Doran Ring. So that means AP Master Yi going to be maxing Alpha Strike first, Meditation second, generally going to be ignoring Wuju style. And I'm sure you still put points in the Master Yi ultimate, but it really doesn't synergize with AP Master Yi at all. Anyway, their team's jungler, I do want to point out, is Aldaris playing Warwick, and he started with a longsword first. So there's all the starting items if you want to check them out again. Now, I do want to focus on this matchup here in top lane. So again, apologies if I miss kills in other lanes, but I want to focus on this lane. Want to talk about Singed as a character, talk a little bit about building him. Singed, as I said, very tanky champion. His passive helps make him more tanky. You can see he gets additional health for all the mana he gets. So that is one reason why building an early Catalyst is generally the way people want to go with him. That's why I've started Sapphire Crystal. I'm going to build that into an early Catalyst. That's my first item goal that I want to get. In terms of his abilities, he is very good at sitting in top lane and pushing for a number of reasons. One is his poison. You can see that's his Q skill. I'll just highlight it here. Singed lays down a poisonous trail that deals magic damage per second. It's a toggle on-off switch. You can either turn it on or turn it off. So, let's see. Can I get that minion? Nope, didn't do a good job there. So basically, when you turn on your poison, it's very good at pushing the lane. Let's see if I do that. I believe I start doing that. Yep, there it is right there. Unfortunately, Aldaris getting killed by the lizard. I guess he didn't have his jungle route planned out the way he might like it. So anyway, toggle switch, you turn it on and off. You can see 1 second cooldown. It's great once you get, you generally max this skill first. That's what I'm going to be doing in this game. Max his poison first, then you just run up and keep poisoning the creeps. It will push the lane over and over again. Like right there, I got a creep with that poison. So allows you to push, and generally just as soon as you'll push the lane. That's why teleport's good on him. And then due to a variety of his other skills, it's very difficult for the other team to kill him. So anyway, that's what his poison does. His next skill, oh, by the way, Varus ganking bottom lane, drawing first blood down there, getting the kill on Taro. Like I said, I'm not gonna be focusing more on Singed. This is more about a champion build video than try to get every play on the video. Anyway, as I said, so has poison on his Q. On his E is the skill he's most known for, Fling. That is, Singed picks up an enemy over his shoulder, deals 100 magic damage, and tosses them back. So you can see the range is basically melee. It's the same range as Cho'Gath's Feast, but great skill for all number of things. You can reposition people. Like right here, I wanted to pick up and fling Johnny Boy, but I missed, apparently. Like I say, I never play Singed, so I make a lot of mistakes in this game. Anyway, great for picking up people, tossing them around. It's really great for chasing down people. His W is a skill that also helps him chase down people. You can see it's called Mega Adhesive, known as his Sticky. You toss down a sticky area on the ground that slows enemies in the area, and it makes it easier for them to chase. So basically what you do as Singed is turn on your poison, toss down your Sticky on the ground, and then run up to people and toss them back into the middle of your team. Any champion that can reposition people can be very strong in team fights, so Singed can be pretty good at that. There we go, there's the fling. Didn't really fling him the way I wanted to. I wanted to toss him back into my creep. So that comes from playing more Singed. You get a better sense of how he's going to reposition people, but that's not something that I have a lot of practice with. There we go, toss him right back into the middle of the creep line. All the creep's going to get damaged. There's the Sticky, so look how much damage Johnny Boy's taking right there. Took a lot of damage from the poison and from my creeps. Now, he is AP Master Yi, he can meditate, he can heal that up, and I'm almost out of mana, so not that big a deal, but still, just a little bit of harass that I can get in there. As I get more levels and more points in my skills, I'll become more and more tanky. Now, Singed Ultimate, which I don't have enough mana to use here, called Insanity Potion, you can see drinks a potent brew of chemicals that gives him ability power, armor, magic resist, movement speed, health regen, and mana regen, as well as reducing crowd control effects. Really, the key thing is the crowd control effects. If you get Merc Treads and then stack Insanity Potion on top of it, it's really, really hard to kill Singed because he gets extra movement speed. So what you'll do is you'll push the lane, and then when people try to come kill you, try to come gank you, you pop on your Insanity Potion, and you can basically just kind of run out of anything that they try to do to you. So again, it's part of what makes Singed so difficult to deal with when he sits up in top lane pushing. So anyway, I've gone back, I picked up my Catalyst, I picked up 2 health potions. Notice I do not have boots, which is a little bit of an issue. I could actually consider using my ult here, because it's on a 100-second cooldown, just to get back to the lane faster. Decided not to do that, but it was a possibility. Anyway, Varus was going up the top lane. He was trying to gank there, but I wasn't there, so wasn't able to do anything. Let's look at the farming stats. I have 29 minion kills. Johnny Boy has 25, so we're pretty even thus far. No real difference here. In the other lanes, Magus has 40 to 39 for its color, so they're very even. Looks like bottom's pretty even too, aside from the 1 kill when Varus ganked that lane. So anyway, right now I have my Catalyst. Catalyst so good on Singed. Basically, not even so much for the health, because Singed is pretty tanky anyway, but getting that mana back on level up is just really, really good on Singed. It allows him to sustain up here in lane in a way that he wouldn't be able to otherwise. Anyway, right there, Johnny Boy going to Alpha Strike. So let me talk a little bit about this matchup. This was a normal custom game, not draft pick, so we did not know what the other team was picking when we did this game. So what I did was I blind picked Singed against his blind pick AP Master Yi. But the thing is, Singed actually works really well against an AP Master Yi. Now, let me explain why that is. The logic of AP Master Yi, oh, right there, Varus and Magus went and ganked in the jungle, so they were able to counter jungle Eldaris there, take the blue buff, and also kill him. So that's actually really key, because not only did they get the kill on Eldaris, they took his blue buff as well. Anyways, I was saying, the thing about this matchup, the reason why Singed works really well against AP Master Yi is the whole logic behind AP Master Yi is he's going to run in, he's going to Alpha Strike you like that, and then after he uses Alpha Strike, he really can't do anything for the next 10 seconds while the skill's on cooldown. They're going to just get in a little harassment, and Johnny Boy used Cleanse there, which is really unnecessary. He took Exhaust Cleanse as his summoners. So AP Master, he's gonna run in. He's gonna. Oh, and there's an unnecessary exhaust. I have no idea why he used that. Anyway, as I'm trying to say, as I keep getting interrupted, AP Master, he's gonna run in. He's gonna Alpha Strike you, and you really can't avoid taking damage because of the way Alpha Strike works. Like, you're going to take damage from that Alpha Strike. So that works really well against squishy champions. You know, against champs that a champ that is like a normal AP champ. Like let's say he would be against Annie or something right here. Annie is not tanky, so when Annie takes harass from that Alpha Strike, it's going to hurt a lot. But the problem is Singed is not Annie. Singed is very tanky, so he can Alpha Strike me, and I really don't even care that much. It's not that big a deal. Furthermore, Singed is Fling, his toss where he picks up people, it interrupts anything that's channeled. So if Johnny Boy tries to meditate and get back to his health right next to me, I can just pick him up with Fling and toss him right out of his meditate, because it will interrupt the channeled ability. So that's why I sort of blind picked countered him here. Furthermore, the other thing that Master Yi does really well is he pushes lanes. He's really good at pushing lanes with his ultimate, with his Wuju style, really good at pushing lanes. However, Singed is also really good at pushing lanes, really good at taking down towers. So, here we're just going to double recall the two of us. So, he's not going to be able to push lanes and backdoor towers, which is what Master Yi is really good at. So, Singed, just a great counter to an AP Master Yi. I don't think it's as good of a counter to a normal Master Yi, which would be attack damage, AD, but against AP Master Yi, you know, he goes in, he Alpha Strikes me, and then I'm just like, so what? I'm Singed, I'm tanky, I don't care if you Alpha Strike me. Then when he tries to meditate, I just pick him up and fling him. Meanwhile, the whole time he'll be taking damage. And I can run him down with Insanity Potion very easily. Master Yi, tremendous speed. The only thing that really wrecks him is crowd control. He's awful against crowd control. He can't be slowed. But I'm very similar as Singed. I can also just sort of run through stuff. Anyway, right now I've got my Catalyst, I've got Boots, I got 3 health potions, I also have a ward to protect myself. So now I'm going to do what Singed does, which is to start pushing this lane. Notice how my Poison just farms all the minions for me. Even that one, which I didn't last hit. Catalyst gives me back extra health and mana on level ups. Now, Johnny Boy has popped his ultimate. He's using Highlander. I'm just having him run through the poison right now. There we go. Gonna toss him. Now his ult's down, and uh-oh. Now Johnny Boy is in a lot of trouble here. I'm just running after him. Probably should have considered popping my ult and exhausting him. Might have been able to kill him there, but again, like I said, haven't played a whole lot of Singed. Just was happy with the harassment there. Was able to get him pretty low there. And now just go back to farming minions again. And just going to keep pushing this wave, continue pushing on his tower. My tower, I don't think has taken any damage. His has taken not much either. But the farming stats are starting to swing in my favor. I have 65, Johnny Boy has 51. He's picked up Doran's and Sheen, which again makes perfect sense for AP Master Yi. Otherwise, doesn't make as much sense. But the one thing about Master Yi, when you go AP, is he runs out of mana really quickly. Notice how Johnny Boy is already at like half mana here. And that's after just like 2 Alpha Strikes and 1 Meditate. So he's going to run out of mana much faster than I am. And right there is the sticky. I wanted to pick him up and fling him. There we go. So not going to let him farm these minions. Going to keep harassing him. And indeed, I don't think he's going to get any of these. No. So he wasn't able to get any of those, whereas I farmed the whole wave. So this lane is really starting to swing in my favor. In large part, like I said, due to the fact that this matchup just favors my champion, favors Singed. Anyway, right there. Oh, there's a failed fling. I wanted to toss him back towards my minions, but nope. However, I am getting all the minion kills, and that's what's important, except for that one, which stinks because the cannon one is worth the most. Anyway, there he is, trying to meditate. Remember, I can interrupt that meditate channel, but right there, there's the fling. Gonna toss him, and then just gonna dump poison on Johnny Boy. Just for good measure. Let's see if he can get this one. I think he got that minion kill. But notice that I'm now at 74. He's at 55. So I'm starting to pull ahead in this lane. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, our team is doing a good job. So far, nobody has died yet. Magus and its color, I believe, are pretty much even. Yeah, they're basically dead even. Although Magus does have an assist from 1 gank. Anyway, could have run in there, but look, notice how Johnny Boy's almost out of mana. Like right now, he can't even really do anything to me because he's out of mana. And oh, gonna go in there, fling him. I get exhausted, but again, it's just kind of a random exhaust. I haven't used my exhaust yet. Maybe should have in some of these fights, but again, just trying to save it for when I need it. Anyway, Johnny Boy's out of mana now, so again, there's really very little he can do when he's out of mana as Master Yi. And notice I'm just continuing to farm every minion wave, continuing to push to his tower. What he really needs is he really needs a gank from his jungler, from Aldaris, but Aldaris is over here. And notice I do have this. I have this ward right here, so that's why I'm not really afraid. Like I said, what he really needs, though, is a gank from his jungler, because I'm pushing up to his tower over and over again. But the problem is, again, I have a ward, and I'm Singed, so I'm really good at escaping. I can always pop my ult and ghost and get out of just about anything. Meanwhile, fight over here, over by the dragon. They are able to secure a kill on... who was it? The Ash Player Drifty Rope. So a nice job there. Varus has been involved in pretty much all the kills. Yeah, Varus has 3 kills, 3 of our 4 kills, and an assist. So he's just doing a great job of jungling. Right there, Johnny Boy went back to base. I saw him recalling back to base, so I wanted to take advantage of that opportunity to push on his tower. There's a nice clairvoyance from someone on our team letting me know that I'm safe up here. So going to get in a lot of damage and did over 1,000 to that tower. So now it's down to about half health. One more good push like that, and I'll be able to take it. Anyway, right here, Johnny Boy has popped his ultimate, so I'm going to pop my ultimate in turn, pop my ultimate in Ghost, and with ult and Ghost, I'm going to have no trouble getting out of there, and I'm going to make it back to the safety base with no trouble. I may not have even needed to use my Ghost there. I might have been okay just with ult, but I was a little bit low and I wanted to be safe. So again, like I said, Master Yi is so good at chasing people down, but he's not good at chasing Singed down, just due to the way Singed character works. Anyway, I have now backed and picked up Rod of Ages. I was sticking around in the lane. I wanted to stick around for enough gold to get Rod of Ages. Rod of Ages, great on Singed. He does his damage based on ability power, so makes him more tanky, gives him more mana. Remember, his passive gives him extra health for more mana, so Rod of Ages not wasted at all. And it gives him AP too, so his poison deals more damage. Now my poison deals 90 damage instead of 70. Anyway, there's the sticky go, and Johnny Boy's going to cleanse it, but it's not really going to matter. Right now, I'm running my poison trail. Look how much damage he's taking from poison. I'm going to burn my exhaust here. He's going to meditate, and unfortunately my fling's on cooldown, so I can't toss him out of the meditate. There we go. Going to toss him right there. Didn't toss him in the right direction. Really needed to toss him back away from my tower, and now he's really, really low. Is he going to die? No. Soraka heal from across the map. Wish ultimate, and then Johnny Boy's ult is going to cool down just as I'm about to kill him, and he's actually going to make it out of here. But it did require using, I believe he used his cleanse, he used his ultimate, so he had to use a lot of stuff, and now he's going to have to go back to base. And while he's back at base, that's going to allow me to push this tower, and I'm going to be able to get in a lot more damage on this tower there. So again, clutch save from Taro, 730. He managed to use the Soraka Wish ultimate to get that heal that saved Johnny Boy from dying. Yes, it was close, and he would have died without that Soraka ult. But nonetheless, I'm going to achieve my goal. I am going to get this tower. I am not afraid of Soraka. And right here, oh, the tower's on 1 HP, but there we go. And right here, I was just about to fling Taro, but he's going to silence me. Nice silence. And then I decided I was going to back off there. Probably should have gotten the fling off, but again, no vision right here. Didn't know if there was anyone here. A little dangerous. Just decided, let's get the tower and back off and go and push from there. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is doing good stuff. Remember, they did already get that bottom lane tower. They're pushing on mid right now. Varus is doing a great job, like I said. In terms of farming, we're pretty much ahead. Its color is farming well, but Magus is ahead of him. Of course, that's partly due to getting help from jungle ganks. Meanwhile, here comes Aldaris. Let's see. Aldaris, oh, going to get feared right there. There's the knockup from Janna. Can they do enough damage to finish him off? I don't think that they're going to be able to. Anyway, I went and farmed wolves. Was it worthwhile to walk all the way down there just to do wolves? Yes, it was. I'm pretty far ahead of Johnny Boy now, 114 to 88, and I did get his tower. Gonna pick up more minion kills here. I also am up 1 level on him now because he's had to back a couple times while I've been able to stay in lane. Didn't get that one, but starting to pull further ahead in this lane right here. Down in bottom lane, K-Hop is doing pretty well. Looks like our team's going to go for this dragon here, so we'll try to keep an eye on that. Don't think that they're going to be in a position to challenge that, but we'll just keep watching and see what happens. We have 4 down here. Now, this is when it would be great if I had a teleport. I don't have a teleport. If I could teleport into a ward here, just in case they needed me, that would be really good, but no, as it turns out, not needed. So, just doing the Singe thing, continuing to push up here in top lane. There we go. Going to poison those creeps and just keep pushing this tower. This is dangerous here because the enemy team, we don't know where a lot of them are. We can see Ashe over here, but we don't know where most of them are. And indeed, here we go. Right here, Johnny Boy going to come after me. Going to use his ult and is going to exhaust me. But again, I'm singed. I don't really care about that. So I'm just going to toss down my goo, walk out. Didn't have to use Ghost or Ultimate right there. Not too worried. I want to go back to base. I want to get my Merc Treads. I want the extra speed. I want the tenacity. So going to go back and pick that up. Meanwhile, in here, still fighting in mid right now. Looks like a little bit of an all-mid thing. I see Magus Fender here. It's Color Aldaris Terror. And K-Hop is right here, lurking in the wings, waiting for a chance to engage with Wukong. We'll see if he has a chance to go for that or not. I don't know what the 24 is a reference to. I guess that's for Dragon. Oh, well. In any case, I'm going back to top. Again, I just am trying to stop Master Yi, Johnny Boy, from pushing my lane. Master Yi very good at pushing, at taking down towers, taking down lanes. So I'm going to counter that by just sitting up here in top lane, continuing to push, continuing to farm. I'm getting just a ton of farm. I'm second in the game behind Magus, but doing pretty well. I guess ideal would be maybe 160 at this point would be pretty ideal. So I'm not there, but I am doing pretty well. K-Hop down here, Drifty Rope Terror still farming. Drifty Rope has not finished his Infinity Edge yet. At least I think that's what he's going for. I don't know why he got the Brawler's Glove. Not 100% sure what the logic was there. Anyway, we saw that most of their team was not in top. I believe we saw 2 were in bottom, and then another one was mid. So right here, not really afraid to just keep pushing on this lane. And again, oh, there goes Johnny Boy, uses his cleanse again on my sticky. I don't think he really needed to use that cleanse. Anyway, down here, Aldaris was going for his red, but we saw him going for his red. There's the Janus slow. Now, if I had used Ghost and ult, I might have been able to catch him there, but just decided wasn't worth it. And instead, we're just going to try to take their red buff here. Out of these 3 champs, who is it best to get red buff on? Well, probably me is Singed, although Singed isn't really a red buff champ. It would be better to get it on Monkey King for Woo Hop, but he just wasn't there. He was way down in bottom lane. Now, look at this. This is an example of sort of not having map awareness. Look where Johnny Boy is. He knew that we were at the red buff, and yet he still pushed forward here anyway, and that was just not a good idea because he was in a very unsafe portion of the map. So now the three of us are going to come gank him. There's a Janna ult pushing him into the wall right here. Johnny Boy trying to juke us, but right there, I believe I'm going to pop my exhaust on him. And in any case, I've already used Ghost and ult. Nope, not going to use ult, just going to use Ghost and exhaust, and that's going to be enough. Or just going to use Ghost and ult, excuse me, going to be enough to chase him down. I have 529 movement speed when I pop Ghost and ult. One reason why, on Singed you generally take Ghost instead of Flash. I'll explain more why later. Aldaris not in a good position. I'm going to run in, fling him, and that's going to be enough to get the kill. So he just needed to be more back here behind the tower. When he came forward, I was just able to toss down my sticky goo and then pick him up and fling him, and was able to get the kill pretty easily there without any real issue. In terms of skilling Singed, I max Poison first, put max Q first. After that, you have a choice. You can go for W or E. I've heard people going for both. I chose to max Fling next just because, in part, I really wasn't that good at using the goo. I actually didn't use it very well in this game. So anyway, Fling gives you more damage. Maxing Sticky Goo gives you more slow on the sticky. So it's really up to you, whichever you want. Like I said, Fling will give you more damage. If you're just playing to be like a crowd control bot for your team, then you'll probably want to max W second. But it's up to you. You can kind of go either way there. And I went with Fling in this game because I wanted the more damage. Anyway, we were able to push over that tower over there. We were able to get that one. So mission achieved. 2 towers down in top. 158 minion kills. And I next went for Glacial Shroud. A good item on Singed. Gives him the cooldown reduction. Gives him armor. And gives him so much mana, which again stacks through his passive. So notice I'm now getting 478 bonus health via his passive. So again, Glacial Shroud, really good on Singed. Again, it depends somewhat on the team comp. If they're all magic damage, not so good. But on Singed, getting Frozen Heart, Glacial Shroud, good items to get, generally speaking. Anyway, here, Drifty Rope was not really in a dangerous position, but I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to pop my ult. I'm going to use my exhaust. I'm going to run in here. I'm going to just run after this guy and see if I can kill him. I do have exhaust, and right there's the exhaust. There's the fling. Going to toss him back. Varus is here. Vendor is here, and yeah, he's not going to get away. So that was Drifty Rope not even really being in a bad position, but just me using my summoners, using my ultimate, chasing him down, and then having support from Varus and Vendor. Now, one mistake here was we didn't have anybody in top lane, so we were going to give up that tower, but Magus teleporting in, and does he have enough damage to kill Johnny Boy here? Yes, actually, does have enough. So we actually made a mistake. We left top lane uncovered, but teleport does allow you to get away with mistakes, and Magus did a nice job of reacting and grabbing that tower. So very nicely done there. Now here we're going to start pushing on this tower, get in some harass, but as soon as its color shows up, I know we have to get out of here. If it's just Terror, if it's just Soraka, then I can stay and push on this, but as soon as Malzahar shows up, Malz probably can't kill me with his pool and his ult, but I don't really want to try to find out. He does have a death cap, does have a pretty decent margin of AP. So as soon as 3 show up here, it's just time to back out. There's no reason to keep pushing this further, and that's what we're going to do. One of the classic ways to get behind when you're ahead is to over push and dive into a situation like this. I mean, there's no reason to go into that tower. We're in good shape. We're ahead. You know, let's just back out and live to fight another day. Meanwhile, with them all in bottom, we even have a chance to push here on this tower in mid. So that's what we're going to look to do next. Just, you know, rotate, go to different parts of the map. K-Hop and Magus are up here. We're just going to look to fight over here and, you know, see what we can do here on this part of the map. Unfortunately, none of us are really ranged carries, so we're not going to be able to get in that much poke on this tower. Anyway, here I'm taking a lot of harass, but right there's the goo, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to grab Drifty Rope, knock up onto Janna Tornado, and even though Drifty Rope wasn't really in that bad of a position, he was just exposed that little bit enough for me to run in there, catch him with goo, fling him, and then be able to burst him down. So again, just a kill that we were able to get due to the way Singed works. Anyway, Dragon's up. We're going to go for Dragon right now. K-Hop has rotated down to mid to cover that lane. Magus is grabbing blue, doing good stuff here. So meanwhile, we're pretty clear to take this Dragon right now. We can see where their team is. Their team's all mid. K-Hop's going to get engaged on right here. Oh, and not... Oh, is he going to go down here? What exactly happened? Oh no! What happened there was they used the ultimate on the decoy, on the decoy there. Sorry, I haven't even played Wukong much. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, so now we're counter ganking this, going in on Aldars. Right here, I'm chasing. Can I get its color? And yes, right there. Just gonna run through 2 towers to pick him up and fling him and chase down that kill. My favorite part of playing Singed: pop Ghost. Pop Ghost, pop your ultimate, run through 2 towers to pick up somebody and fling them when they're low and finish them off. Yeah, so as K-Hop saying there, did anyone see Malzahar ult my clone? So yeah, that's what was going on there. Again, Wukong is brand new. Everybody's still trying to figure out how to play this guy. And that was an example of just not realizing that K-Hop had used his decoy. And unfortunately for their team, its color, I believe he used Pool Ult, and I think he actually used Ignite as well. Not 100% sure. We'd have to go back and look at that. And so K-Hop able to decoy out of there and get the other team to blow all their crowd control on the decoy. Anyway, over here, we're going to get K-Hop the red buff there, so going to pick that up, and then we're going to go back. While that was going on, Johnny Boy did take our top tower, but we exchanged top tower for 2 towers mid, so that was clearly a big trade in our favor, and now everybody's going to go back to buy. Now, next item, what do I need to get at this point? Can you guess? Yes, I want to get Magic Resist next. I only had 74 Magic Resist. Their team does do a lot of magic damage. They're actually probably more magic damage than physical. Remember, Johnny Boy is AP Mastery. He's not doing physical damage. He's relying on Alpha Strike. Malzahar is the most farmed member of their team. Drifty Rope, 123 minion kills, not bad, but the 05 means he's underfarmed. He apparently went for Zeal over Infinity Edge. A bit of a strange choice there. Anyway, right now we're trying to chase people down. I did pop my ultimate here, but it's very tough to catch up to Master Yi, so I decide, you know what? Screw Master Yi. I'm not going to go after him. I'm going to go after Malzahar here. I know I'm running right into the middle of the enemy team. I don't care. He's going to pool plus ult me, but it's not going to matter that much. Again, I'm Singed. I don't care. There's the fling on its color. I want this guy. I don't care about Ashe running away to the north. I want this guy. I want to get its color. So there's the exhaust. There's another fling back into the middle of the team, and Vender's going to get that kill. So I just decided, you know what? Its color does the most damage. He's the one who's carrying his team the most. He has the most minion kills. He has the most farm. I'm just going to ignore everybody else on the team and chase him down. Run through everything that's on, run through all their crowd control, run through all their ults. Use my ultimate, use exhaust, and just chase him down. And it worked out. So yeah, that's due to the fact that our team's ahead that I can do that. If we were behind, we wouldn't have been able to do that. Anyway, K-Hop took down another tower in bottom lane. He was down in bottom while that was going on. Did a nice job getting us another tower. Varus is running around mid here with 3. Right here, if Drifty Rope were to arrow and engage, they could probably kill him, but it looks like they decided not to go for that play. Maybe arrow is down anyway. I'm just pushing here in top lane. I got another level up, so there's my catalyst, giving me more health, more mana. And up here, again, we're just going to try to force their hand, make them react. I don't really think we're going to get into the base here, but, just force them to rotate top, put pressure on their team. Instead, as it turned out, a number of their champs appeared up in top, so decided, nah, we won't go for that. But, notice how Soraka's a bit exposed. If we could potentially come over here and get Terror, and in fact, it looks like that's what Magus is going to do. So putting that pressure on their top lane is what forced that. And indeed, there we go. Magus is going to get the kill. Now, that was all set up by that play top lane. We forced a play in top lane. We put pressure on their top tower. They rotated champions up here to top, and then that left mid kind of exposed. Now, meanwhile, while this is going on, they're now they're reacting to our latest move. They're reacting to our push mid. While they're reacting to our middle push, we're going to go for Baron. Soraka is dead, so this is pretty risky here on this Baron, but if Varus hits on the smite, we should get it, and indeed he did, so we were able to get that. Again, that's another situation where you have to hit on that smite. If you miss the smite, then an Ashe Volley can steal it or something like that, but fortunately, not an issue, and we're able to sneak in and take that Baron. Again, because their team was reacting to our last move. Our last move was over in mid. They were reacting to that, and so they were just a little bit slow at reacting to our taking of Baron, and we're able to secure that and get even further ahead. Anyway, I used that situation to finish Banshee's Veil. Now I have 3,500 health. I'm getting 620 extra health through my passive. Again, why you want to build some mana on Singed in your build. So I've gotten both of the Catalyst items, both Rod of Ages and Banshees. My armor magic resist looking pretty good. I'd like a little more magic resist, so I'll try to build another magic resist item next. But the key thing is I have a ton of health. That's really good. Running through that Malzahar Silence and popping my Banshees, not so good there. But look what else we have. Just look at this amazing word coverage in here. Look at these words all through their jungle. We have so much vision on their team. I haven't even been buying words. This has been other people on their team just doing a great job here. So notice that when Aldaris and Terror run forward here against Vendor, that's going to allow us to counter gank this just so well. I actually popped my Ghost and ult a little bit early here. And watch, I screw up here. I toss Aldaris out of the Malzahar ult, which is really bad. That is not what you want to do. A stupid mistake on my part there. But going to continue chasing through. There we go. Going to get the kill there. And now I'm going to continue running my flings back up. I still have my ult. Can I catch somebody here? I want that Soraka so badly. Oh, I'm going to get Malzahar ulted, taking so many tower shots. No, I'm not going to be able to get Terror. Unfortunately, I tanked about 8 tower shots there. It just took a lot of damage there. Aldaris is right, I did fling him out of Malzahar pool. So, in any case, that really didn't work out. But at least I was able to bait an Ash arrow that just fired and hit nothing. So, oh well. Anyway, now that was actually some pretty poor play on my part, but now we're going to look to push on this tower here. Johnny Boy is the only one here immediately. We can at least get some damage in. There's the goo right there, and right now I'm going to pick up Johnny Boy, toss him back into our team. There's the knockup on Janet Tornado, taking a lot of damage there. I've been exhausted. I need to get out of here. I don't have flash in this game. So anyway, we're not going to be able to get this tower right here. Ash is kiting me and doing a nice job, but their team's not going to follow up on that. If Ash had her arrow right there, it would have been really bad for our team, but unfortunately for them, Drifty Rope missed his arrow a little bit earlier. So that didn't go too well. We did get in some damage on that tower, but that fight really didn't go that well for us. We really could have done a lot more with our Baron push. In large part, the biggest issue there was I just tanked too many tower shots there. But the one good thing is I did get its color to use his Malzahar ult on me. You want them using their ults on Singed. Singed is extremely tanky. And again, remember, he has that reduction to crowd control effect. So between Merc Treads and his ultimate, he can really kind of just run through crowd control. So while it wasn't a great push, at least we did get them using a lot of their crowd control on me instead of the targets they should be using their crowd control on. K-Hop, for example. K-Hop is doing a ton of damage. He has Black Cleaver. Looks like he's going for either Bloodthirst or Infinity Edge next. I don't know why he has the tier. Not 100% sure on that. But in any case, right there, almost able to run down Drifty Rope there. If I had Ghost, I could pop my Ghost in my ult and chase down people. As I was saying before, on Singed, you kind of want Ghost more than Flash. He doesn't really need Flash. With his immunity to crowd control effects, he's pretty good with even running without Flash. Anyway, Magus decided to teleport down to bottom lane, which I think was a mistake. I think he should have been with us on this push into the tower, but in any case, he went down there to bottom lane. Looks like they're going to split push bottom. Now with 4 champs here, we can't push into the base there. We're not going to work if we do. However, we were able to spot. I believe we spotted somebody on their team down here. Nope, I guess we didn't. But we're going to put pressure on them in bottom lane. Continue stealing their jungle. Just try to get them to make a mistake, get out of position somewhere. Right now, we're looking, and here it is. Here's where they make the mistake. Drifty Rope and Johnny Boy running down there. We're going to come in behind them. Note that they're out of position here, so we're going to go in right there. There's the Malzahar ult on Drifty Rope right there. Johnny Boy's going to try to cleanse, but it's not going to be enough, and he's going to get taken down. Oh, he's meditating. Can he survive this ult? No, not going to be able to survive. And now I want that Soraka. I'm going to chase him down. Come on, Terror. There we go. Fling, poison, and that's going to finish him off. I wanted that before, was finally able to get it there. And so with 3 champs killed, now that's going to open up their base and going to give us a chance to start taking down these towers here. So we were just thinking, do we go mid? Do we go bottom? And we decided, let's go mid. That tower's already taken more damage. We'll go for the middle tower. So here we go. Poison, poison, poison. Pool coming in from the enemy team. Varus, don't stand in the pool. So anyway, we just want to wait for these minions. We could potentially tank this tower, but it doesn't seem like a good idea. They do have champions waiting there to defend. So we'll wait for these minions to get here. Still Johnny Boy and Taro down. So it's going to be at best a 3-on-3. I don't know why K-Hop and Magus aren't with us. They really should be with us here at this point in time. But there we go. There's the pool going in on its color. Oh, nice Janna ult there. And here comes the Fiddlesticks ult. Call, call, call. and that's just going to do a ton of damage. Slows going in on Aldaris, and right here, oh, can I get the fling? I wanted to chase after him, but as it turns out, nope, he's actually going to get away, and a nice job of escaping there, but going to get the fling on Johnny Boy, and that's going to give us an opportunity to go take this tower. I'm actually very low. I have to be kind of careful here, but if we can get this inhib and get out, that'll be a very successful push for us, even if we're not able to get any more kills, and there we go. So I believe that we're going to, no, we're not going to back out because there's a minion wave pushing top. We're going to go for this tower. I'm actually going to ping it right there. Taro, I don't know what Taro is doing, way out of position, and he's going to get taken down very easily right there. Anyway, Johnny Boy going in after me, but again, singed, not too worried. Going to get a Janna shield, and right there, Magus going to score another kill. Varus has been exhausted, so let's see if he can manage to make it out of here. He has been Janna shielded, yes, looks like he's going to be okay. I'm going to recall back to base, and let's see, I think that they're not going to have any trouble getting this inhib. Well, we'll see. Yep, there they go. So we're going to get this inhib, and it looks like now we're going to back out. It's Color saying, can we get an even game? You and Varus can't be on same team. I don't know about that, but we did. Both of us were having good games here. Varus 809, and I was 407. Anyway, my next item I want is Force of Nature. I want the extra health regen. I want the mana regen. Or I want the magic resistance, excuse me. So that's going to make me even more tanky. I think that that's the right item to get here right now. In any case, something else I want to point out is, look at the scores here, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. None of us have died yet in this game, which is pretty amazing. You almost never see that. So we're actually playing a perfect game here right now. And at this point in time, we were all aware of that in this game right now. So we were at this point, we were just like, can we finish out this game with nobody dying? That would really be sort of the tension in the game at this point. Anyway, I'm pushing back this minion wave in bottom lane, going to poison all the creeps. We are next going to make a play for this Baron. Baron has respawned with 2 inhibs down. The other team is going to be forced back into their base, going to have to defend. I also pushed that bottom minion wave so that this lane would also be pushing in our favor. They would have to send people to defend that as well. And in the meantime, we'll just head over here, try to do Baron. Magus, Vendor, getting ready to start. Vendor has done a nice job in this game. He's hit on so many knockups and slows, and he now has picked up the Oracle as well, enabling to clear wards. We can see that they don't actually have any wards at Baron. So they're going to clairvoyance it. They know full and well what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is when they get close here, see right here, I know that they're going to come, so I'm going to back out here, and I'm just going to try to interrupt them when they try to come forward. As it turns out, not even needed. I'm just going to run in there. That was a blind arrow. They weren't able to get it. So anyway, Johnny Boy ran in, but yeah, he's not going to get out. Varus, there's the Fiddlesticks call. Ultimate, taking down Drifty Rope as well. So Varus going to get a double kill there, and now we're into the chasing portion of the game, and that's where Singed excels. So going to get the exhaust, going to get the fling, and its color is the only one still up, and there's really no way that he can defend against all 5 of us with Baron buff here. So right here, gonna go in, gonna chase. Can I catch him? Can I catch him? Well, no, he's gonna make it back to the fountain, but no, Varus gonna flash in, get the fear. There's the toss. And we are, in fact, going to score that kill. So we're going to finish off this game with nobody dying. And we are actually going to take this match with a perfect record. But look at what Vendor does. Vendor runs into the fountain and just suicides. We were all like, no, what are you doing? You just ruined our deathless game, Vendor. Oh, my goodness. So I have no words for what just happened there. Vendor deciding to suicide at the very end of the game. And for absolutely no reason after nobody died the whole game. Well, anyway, let's look at the stats. In the end, this was an almost perfect game. We didn't have any deaths to the enemy team. They had no kills in the game. We just had the one death at the very end of the game when Vendor walked into the fountain, which is really a shame because he played such a good Janna game overall. I thought that he just played outstandingly well as Janna in controlling the map and hitting so many slows, knockups, using his ult well. So, like I said, really just kind of a shame at the end of the game. Anyway, everyone's stats look really good, of course, because the enemy team didn't get any kills on us. We were a little bit ahead in the laning phase, and then what really tipped the game in our favor was Varus, who was just amazing in this game. You can see 11-0-11 for the game. He ganked bottom lane a couple times early on, which put them ahead, got K-Hop and Vendor ahead in their lane. Then he went mid and helped Magus out in his lane. I was kind of able to win top without a whole lot of help. I was just, like I said, I had the favorable laning matchup there. I'm not 100% sure about that Lichbane Deathfire Grasp build either on Master Yi. Those just seem like very strange items to be building on Master Yi on the part of Johnny Boy. But like I said, it was an unfavorable laning matchup. They went and ganked Aldaris in the jungle. They counter-jungled him pretty hard at times. I saw a couple of kills, saw our team stealing his buffs on a number of occasions. And really, the snowball just was against the other team, was really in our favor. And you see the results here. So with apologies to the other team, I did want to cast this game because it was a very near perfect game on our side. Perfect except for the last 2 seconds of the game in our favor. And that's something that you just don't see very often in League of Legends. So anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you saw this on stream, hope you still enjoyed the cast. Nonetheless, I don't think a whole lot of people saw that. I haven't done a lot of videos in the past couple days for 2 reasons. Number one, I did 5 videos for the Button Mashers. They're all up over on that channel. They're all favorited. If you haven't seen them, feel free to go check them out. Secondly, the League of Legends replay client is not playing any files that were from the previous patch. Anything from before Wukong, it's not playing them right now, so I can't use anything that people have sent to me in the past. So apologies about that, but I'm limited by the tech tools that I have. So anyway, we'll try to get more games coming up. Hope you enjoyed these. Until later, take care, guys. I'll see you soon.